When compared to other, more well-known pyramids, such as those in Egypt, the Pyramid of Cholula, which is situated in the central highlands of Mexico in the state of Puebla, is a gigantic building that is frequently overlooked. On the other hand, it is distinguished as the largest pyramid in the world in terms of volume, exceeding the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is located in Egypt. It is possible that the Cholula pyramid does not have the same iconic image as the pyramids in Egypt. Yet due to its size, cultural significance, and historical wealth, it is considered to be one of the most awe-inspiring ancient buildings that is still largely intact today. The word Tlachihualtepetl, which is the official name of the pyramid, originates from the Nahuatl language and means artificial mountain. This is an excellent way to describe its enormous and intimidating appearance. The Pyramid of Cholula was constructed with numerous layers of construction, which gave it the appearance of a giant hill rather than a regular pyramid. This is in contrast to the pyramids of Egypt, which are more visually spectacular. On the other hand, beneath this modest appearance is a massive edifice that, as a result of centuries of erosion and the growth of flora, remained hidden until the current day. The construction of the pyramid may be traced back to the 3rd century BCE, which was a time when Mesoamerican culture was still in its nascent stages. The Cololtecans, an ancient culture that once inhabited the region, started the construction of the pyramid in stages spanning several centuries. Additional layers and platforms were added to the pyramid during the course of its history, which resulted in its expansion and modification. The construction of the pyramid is thought to have taken place over a period of at least 600 years, with the majority of the construction phases taking place during the Classic and post-Classic periods of Mesoamerican history. The ancient city of Cholula, which was located all around the pyramid, was a great cultural and political center that played an important part in the history of the region throughout its existence. One of the most impressive feats of engineering is the structure of the pyramid itself. The Great Pyramid of Giza has a base that is around 230 meters, 755 feet, in height, while the base of the pyramid measures an astonishing 450 meters, 4,880 feet, on each side. This makes the pyramid significantly larger than the ancient pyramid. In spite of its enormous scale, the Pyramid of Cholula was constructed with rather straightforward materials, the majority of which were of the adobe and stone variety. A multitude of rooms, chambers, and tunnels are included into the construction of the interior, which is comprised of a number of platforms and terraces that are connected to one another within the structure. There is evidence that these chambers were utilized for ritual and ceremonial purposes, and within them may be found offerings and things of spiritual significance. The pyramid reached a height of around 200 feet, 66 meters, at its highest point. However, over the course of several centuries, a significant portion of its original height has been destroyed owing to erosion and natural processes. Taking into consideration that the Great Pyramid of Giza is considered to have a volume of approximately 2.5 million cubic meters, the scale of the pyramid is astounding when one considers that its volume, which is 4.4 million cubic meters, is far greater than that of the actual pyramid. Because of this, the Pyramid of Cholula is the largest pyramid in the world in terms of volume. This is a fact that has only lately been verified through the utilization of cutting-edge archaeological methods like ground-penetrating radar and laser scanning. There was more to the pyramid than only its religious significance. It also played a role as a political and social hub for the people who lived in the surrounding area. Cholula was one of the most significant urban centers in ancient Mesoamerica. Its strategic location in the Puebla Valley allowed it to flourish as a center of commerce, culture, and religion. Cholula was one of the most prominent cities in Mesoamerica. It served as a hub for commerce between the highlands of central Mexico and the lowlands to the east, making it possible for items such as cacao, cotton, and obsidian to be traded between the two regions. During that time period, other prominent civilizations, like as the Maya and the Aztecs, acknowledged the significance of the metropolis. In addition to its religious and political significance, Cholula's cultural influence spread to incorporate other aspects. A representation of the cosmos and the spiritual order of the universe, the pyramid itself was more than just a physical building. It was also a symbol of the cosmos. The ancient Cholulticans had the belief that the pyramid served as a point of connection between the terrestrial and celestial realms, a location from which the gods could descend to the world of mankind. The design of the pyramid, which consisted of a number of floors and staircases, was meant to represent the ascent of the soul to the skies. At the time of the arrival of the Spanish in the early 16th century, Cholula was a flourishing city that served as a significant hub of indigenous culture. On the other hand, the Spanish conquerors, commanded by Hernán Cortés, regarded the pyramid and the religious ceremonies that were linked with it as indications of pagan beliefs. They made it their mission to eliminate local beliefs and institute Christianity as a replacement. In the year 1594, the Cholula pyramid was eventually abandoned, and the Spanish constructed a Catholic church known as the Iglesia de Nuestra Señora de los Remedios. This chapel was situated at the highest point of the pyramid. The ancient indigenous culture and the European colonial influence that strove to transform the region are represented by this church, which is still standing today. This church is a reflection of the struggle between two cultures. Following the arrival of the Spanish, the pyramid lost a significant amount of its original structure and was eventually buried beneath a layer of soil, vegetation, and agricultural activity. It was not until decades later that its entire size and significance were revealed. It wasn't until the latter half of the 19th century and the early 20th century that excavations regarding the pyramid started. Through the use of contemporary archaeological methods, scholars have been able to acquire a more comprehensive comprehension of its construction, its function within the ancient Cholula culture, and the civilization that was responsible for its construction. In spite of the passage of time, the Pyramid of Cholula continues to enchant both academics and tourists. Despite its enormous size, it is still considered to be somewhat of a hidden treasure, and it is frequently eclipsed by pyramids that are more well-known all around the world. The pyramid, on the other hand, is a tribute to the inventiveness, tenacity, and intricacy of the Mesoamerican culture. Because of its discovery and continued excavation, a window into the ancient world has been opened, exposing the extent of the amount of information that has been lost and the amount that is still waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.